People really don't hate this Invincible finale, right? Right? I thought this finale was solid as hell. Sure, it didn't have all the action and all the craziness like season 3 and season 2, but do we always need that, gang? Like, come on. It was clear to me that episode 7 was going to be the more action part of the climax of this season, and episode 8 was going to be more dramatic and more figuring out themes and the future of the show and the characters involved. And I feel like they did that and then some, and I loved every moment of it. If we want to compare it to all the Invincible finales, which have some of the best action in the entire show, then sure, maybe it's not one of the best finales, but either way, solid ass episode. Let's get into it. Let's start off the only way I know how, and that's talking about my dog Mark, who is going through it right now, dealing with PTSD, dealing with trauma that Thrag has given him. He has never seen somebody as strong, as ferocious, with as crisp of a hairline as Thrag, so I completely understand it. It was getting bad for my dog, man. It was getting real sticky. He was going absolutely nuts. Every single time he would see a new person, every single time he would land in a new place, he was seeing Thrag come in and body somebody. Like, goddamn. Was just in a position mentally where he couldn't help but think about the possibility of Thrag and the rest of the Viltrumites coming to get their get back for them destroying Viltrum. And honestly, I can't blame him whatsoever. It's not even like the tip of the iceberg on what's going on in Mark's life right now, because he gets home, he returns to Eve, and, you know, us, the viewers, the fans, thinking that she's going to be either have a baby, 1 month baby, or be super duper pregnant. No, but she's not super duper pregnant because she had an aborboar. My girl literally looked over me like this. She was, when it happened, because I was the same way. It was like, what? Okay, I don't even want to dig too deep into that. Like, nah, I'm just not going down that rabbit hole. But crazy story decision. W reaction from Mark to just sit there and console her, even though he is absolutely going through it himself right now. But he is just one of the more W characters in this entire show, so that's not too surprising. But yeah, man, just a very sad conclusion to this part of the story. Not gonna lie, spoiler alert, I could have swore they had children in the story at some point, but maybe that's deeper in the story. Maybe there's a time skip or something, I don't know. Before I swing to the penultimate point of this entire episode, I gotta talk about I gotta talk about Nolan and Debbie, because it's clear, it's cut, it's obvious they're getting back together at some point next season, maybe the season after that. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. Sure, he called her a pet. Sure, he did some unconceivable, undescribable, unattainable, disgusting crimes. But this is a TV show at the end of the day. Like, come on, bro. We all know that Debbie is going to find a way to forgive Nolan. Let's just keep it a band. If this was real life, that would be unacceptable. But in the Invincible universe, I think I can allow it. I did like the detail of Nolan. He was about to reach his arm out to her when they were looking at that view, but he was like, I'm doing too much, gang. I'm doing too much. I love that he realized he was doing too much, because you were. I'm loving his apology tour. I'm loving the fact that everybody's making him earn his acceptance and not just immediately going to be like, oh, okay, you want to be cool now? You want to be kind of human? Sure. Like, I love how they're making him earn that. And it's working, in my opinion. I want to know your opinions on that, though. But let's talk about the penultimate point of this entire episode, the meeting between Thrag and Mark. Mark is absolutely livid. He doesn't want to see Thrag on Earth. He doesn't want to see him at all. So he immediately tries to attack him. Big mistake. He doesn't even make him bleed, which is... Thrag is ridiculously strong, man. I'm loving it. I know this is like a hot take, but I love how strong Thrag is. But it's also clear that Thrag has some new form of respect for Mark, because he genuinely does see him as the savior of their race. Using Mark as proof, living proof, he's going to have the Viltrumites live within the Earthmites. They really just call us Earthmites. He's going to have the Viltrumites live on Earth, live amongst us, be our people, and birth. Just going to have them breed a bunch of us, and then eventually, probably like 50 years from now, they're going to be like, oh yeah, we're out of here. We're going to go reclaim the entire universe. Even Mark with the decision of, do you save everybody by letting the Viltrumites live amongst you? Or do you risk it by creating this war, continuing this war, and potentially getting Earth destroyed along with the Viltrumites? Man, what a dilemma to face Mark with, and have him have no choice but to say yes after seeing Eve. They cooked this season, man.